Good evening, I'm Dan Wool.
And I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. After what leaders call an incredibly challenging year, Duluth finalized its 2026 budget and property tax levy tonight.
Facing a more than $7 million deficit for next year, city leaders say they've done a lot of work to balance the budget without significant property tax increase. Council tonight voted to approve a final tax increase of just under 5%, which is slightly above the inflation-only maximum levy Mayor Roger Reinert proposed back in September. And we caught up with the mayor ahead of the meeting today. Reinert tells us that while the budget is balanced for next year, the city is looking at a $5.5 million deficit in 2027 and says more long-term solutions will be needed.
We really do need to have some thoughtful community conversations about, again, what is the library system we can afford? What is the park system we can afford? What is the street and utility system we can afford? Because they're not the ones we have now, and the data on that is really, really clear.
One of the biggest expenses for the city is compensation and benefits. He says they're increasing at about 3.5 times the city revenue. Now, one solution for next year's budget includes reducing massive overtime costs in the Duluth Fire Department by adding 3 new full-time staff members. Just this year alone, the fire department paid more than $1.6 million in overtime.
When you're running a 24/7 operation like our operations division, somebody then has to fill in for those spots. So this is to help keep that overtime budget down. Adding positions, of course, costs money for sure, but we should see an overall reduction in our overtime costs.
The new budget takes effect in the new year.
Meantime, St. Louis County commissioners are set to finalize their budget at tomorrow's meeting. The maximum property tax levy has already been set and approved at 12.4%. Commissioners say the increases are needed due to rising costs and funding cuts. Across the bridge in Superior, City Council approved the mayor's budget proposal. That includes a 1.55% decrease in the city's property tax levy.